welcome back. Today is day 8, Monday, March 9th. And coming off the high of the weekend with spending time with my friend, speaking to another friend for quite a while and catching up with her and just feeling like the love and the support and the encouragement from them. I feel like I'm still on that high. So I'm just really full right now. So I feel like that also helped today go pretty smoothly. It was also really nice out. The weather is starting to warm up. Spring is near. It was like low 70s today and sunny all day. And luckily the sun beams in my living room and on my balcony. So I got a chance to just sit in the sun and soak it up. And while it was hot, I was not trying to take that for granted because we had a very brutal winter and it's technically not over, but I'm just happy we're getting longer days and we're getting some lovely sunshine. So I'm excited about that. My meals today were pretty good. I had actually like a lunch meal. You know, I usually eat breakfast, but I was feeling a little girl lunch snack plate. So I had some sardines that I put a little bit of chili oil and a little bit of hot honey on. I threw that on a piece of sourdough with some smashed avocado. Phenomenal. Basically avocado toast with sardines. I love it. I had some chopped cucumbers in chili oil, and I had 2 dates stuffed with peanut butter. And like I said before, I'm kind of a creature of habit. I know what kind of foods I like, and I tend to stick with them, maybe mix and match. But that's what it's really about. I think people misunderstand the idea of making healthy food choices and creating a routine that works for their lifestyle, works for their schedule, works for whatever they have going on. That doesn't mean figuring out something completely new to eat every day, figuring out a completely new way of moving your body. I enjoy the foods that are typically in my rotation, so why stop, right? If it ain't broke, you know what I mean? And to add a little variety, I'll just sort of mix and match side options, or maybe I'll switch from chicken to turkey as the protein and still maybe be able to cook it the exact same way. And I think that's what really encourages me and motivates me to stay very intentional about my food choices, because I'm comfortable with those select few, handful, whatever you want to call it, options, because they work for me. So moral of that story is creating a routine specifically around healthier food choices should never be complicated. If it feels out of reach, if it feels like you have to do a lot of thinking to figure it out, then it's not for you. And that's just as simple as it gets. So that meal was really good. I also had some Skinny Pop, like the original popcorn, just as a little bit of a snack between that meal and then dinner. I don't have a picture of dinner, but dinner was a poke bowl. I had sushi rice, I had steamed shrimp, I had fresh broccoli, corn, jalapenos, pickled radish, pickled ginger, carrots, sliced cabbage, and then I topped it with some crispy onions and some nori strips and like sesame seeds, a little bit of spicy mayo and sriracha. So it was a very filling bowl, a very balanced bowl, a very colorful bowl. And again, my biggest intention, honestly, for my eating choices on this reset is to have at least 3 colors, but the maximum, like, that doesn't exist. Like, the more colors, the better, obviously. And I think I've been doing really well with that. And so I think that's also helping to keep me going. So I'm excited. And I start additional supplements this evening. I have to add a Paratrex supplement, a Candida Balance supplement, and a Monolaurin supplement. And the purpose of those supplements are to help with fighting off any infections that may be brewing in my body. I have noticed I've had a little bit of postnasal drip that develops into a cough, usually later in the day. Right now, I'm fine. Like, it's very slight, but I don't feel the urge to cough. as the day progresses and as night falls, I tend to have to cough a little bit, but it's not super disruptive. But I've noticed that. And what I'm hoping is that by adding those supplements into the routine, that I start to cough up a lot of that, whatever is causing that. My, professional knowledge and expertise, I understand that coughing is a natural defense mechanism and a way for your immune system to get something out that doesn't belong in your body. So mucus is the exact same. Your body creates mucus so that you can expel, so they can grab onto whatever is there that's not supposed to be there, and you can expel it through sneezing, through runny nose, or through coughing. And fun fact, you can actually expel mucus through pooping. That's a thing. Has some concerns with that. Nevertheless, that is an option. So I will leave it at that. I'm at 6 minutes, and I told you I want to keep this cool and calm. I'm excited. So we'll see what these supplements do and how I start feeling. Looking forward to it. I will check back in tomorrow for day 9, and we'll see if the supplements have done anything. Thanks for joining again, and I will see you back here tomorrow.